Have you ever been caught cheating by the private investigator you hired to catch your spouse cheating? Hired a PI last month. Bradley was being suspicious. Late nights, secret phone calls, new cologne, classic cheating signs. The PI, Derek, was expensive but thorough. I'll surveil him for 2 weeks. Document everything. Perfect. Except I was also having an affair with my trainer Carlos. Just started. Very new. Very stupid. Figured while Bradley was being watched, I was safe. Wrong. So wrong. Tuesday night, I'm at Carlos's apartment. Wednesday morning, Derek calls. We need to meet. I have findings. I meet him at a Starbucks. He slides me an envelope. Your husband's definitely cheating. I open it. Photos of Bradley with his secretary. Knew it. But there's more photos. Me with Carlos at his apartment. Multiple angles. That's me. Yes, your husband hired me too. What? He hired me 3 days after you did to follow you. I'm looking at professional surveillance photos of my own affair taken by the PI I hired, who was also hired by my husband to catch me. Derek sips his coffee. This is a first for me. So we're both cheating? Extensively. You've both been very busy. He pulls out a spreadsheet, an actual Excel spreadsheet. Bradley, 12 encounters with Rebecca. You, 8 encounters with Carlos, though yours are longer duration. You made a spreadsheet? I'm thorough. You're both paying for that. The evidence is damning. Timestamps, locations, one photo of Bradley leaving Rebecca's with his shirt inside out, another of me doing the walk of shame from Carlos's. So what now? Well, typically one spouse gets this information, but you've both paid me. You've both cheated. You're both guilty. Can we get a refund? No, but I do offer a couple's discount for divorce proceedings surveillance. My phone rings. It's Bradley. We need to talk. I know about Rebecca. I know about Carlos. I know you know. I know you know I know. Derek stands up. I'm going to let you two sort this out. Invoice will be emailed. Separate invoices per your separate contracts. Bradley and I meet at home. The photos spread on the table like the world's worst card game. How long with Rebecca? 4 months? Carlos? 6 weeks. So I cheated first? This isn't a competition, Bradley. I'm just establishing a timeline. We're both studying the photos. Derek's very good, Bradley admits. Great angles. I agree. This one of you at the hotel is particularly damning. The one of you at the gym is pretty clear too. We sit in silence. Then Bradley starts laughing. I start laughing. It's absurd. We paid the same guy to catch each other cheating. He made double commission. We're terrible people, I say. The worst, he agrees, but efficient. We save time on the divorce discovery. Derek sends his final report. 2 copies, one for each of us. Identical except for the pronouns. His Yelp review after. Hired to catch spouse cheating. Succeeded. Plot twist. Was also hired by spouse to catch me. Professional, thorough, handles paradoxes well. 5 stars. Divorce was quick. Mutual adultery makes things easier. Judge actually laughed. In 20 years, never seen mutual surveillance. We split everything 50-50, including Derek's bill. Carlos dumped me when he found out. You hired a PI? That's psycho. To catch my husband. Still weird. Rebecca dumped Bradley when she found out he hired a PI. You don't trust me? I hired him to watch my wife. That's worse. So we're both single. Last week, Bradley and I got coffee. Compared notes. Derek's surveilling someone at the next table. Bradley notices. We look. Derek waves. He's photographing some guy with his mistress. The guy's wife is probably his client. Should we warn him? I ask. About Derek or his wife? Both? We don't. Not our business. But we do send Derek a coffee. He texts. Thanks. BTW, you two seem happy. Getting back together? We look at each other. No. We text back simultaneously. Good. Derek responds. Would be bad for business. Faithful couples don't need PIs. He's right. The investigation industry thrives on distrust. Bradley and I, we gave Derek his best year. His Christmas card to us. Thanks for the mutual surveillance. Bought a boat. Named it Double Booked. We're both dating new people now. Neither of us has hired a PI yet, but Derek's number is still saved, just in case. Because once you know how good surveillance can be, ignorance stops being bliss. 5 stars for Derek's professionalism, 0 stars for our marriage, infinite stars for the most expensive way to find out what we already suspected. My brother-in-law had his friend convince my husband I was having an affair. He wanted me divorced and alone forever because he hates me. When my husband confronted me, I almost lost everything. Then his friend's girlfriend called me with the truth. My wife Hannah and I have been married for 8 years. For 7 of those years, everything was fine. Normal, dinner together, TV, talking about our days. Then about a year ago, she started coming home late. At first it was once a week, then twice, then almost every night. The excuses were always vague. Working late, drinks with coworkers, traffic, errands that took longer than expected. I asked questions because that's what husbands do. Where were you? Who were you with? Why didn't you text me? Hannah's answers were always short. Always just enough to satisfy the question without actually explaining anything. I told you. I was with Rachel. Doing what? Just talking. Girl stuff. You wouldn't understand. I tried to trust her, but the details never added up. She'd say she was at Rachel's house, but her car's GPS showed she was across town. She'd say she grabbed dinner with coworkers, but there were no charges on our credit card. She'd say her phone died, but it would be at 80% when she got home. When I pointed out these inconsistencies, she turned it around on me. Why are you tracking my car? That's controlling. Why are you checking our credit card statements? That's obsessive. Why do you need to know where I am every second? That's insecure. She said I had trust issues. Said I was smothering her. Said if I kept questioning her, I'd push her away. She called them little white lies. Said everyone tells them. Said she only did it because my constant questions made her feel like a prisoner. If you trusted me, I wouldn't have to lie to make you feel better. That sentence made me feel crazy. Like I was the problem. Like my suspicions were the disease and her lies were just medicine. I started doubting myself. Maybe I was insecure. Maybe I was controlling. Maybe she needed space and I was suffocating her. I stopped asking questions. For 3 months, I didn't ask where she was or what she was doing. Just waited for her to come home and pretended everything was fine. She seemed happier. Said she was proud of me for working on my issues. But the late nights didn't stop. They got worse. She'd leave at 8 p.m. and come home at 2 a.m. Sometimes later, always with that same tired excuse. I lost track of time. I was home every night wondering if my marriage was falling apart while being told I was crazy for thinking so. Last week, everything changed. Hannah left her iPad on the kitchen counter. It buzzed with a notification. I wasn't snooping. Just glanced at the screen. The message was from someone named Trent. Same place tonight? Can't wait to see you. My stomach dropped. I picked up the iPad. Her passcode was our anniversary. I opened the messages. There were hundreds, going back 11 months. Trent and Hannah, meeting 2 or 3 times a week. Hotels, his apartment, his car. The messages were explicit, detailed. Things she'd never said to me in 8 years of marriage. I scrolled and scrolled, hands shaking. There were photos, videos, plans for the future. He asked when she was going to leave me. She said soon. Just needed to figure out the finances first. 11 months. She'd been sleeping with this man for 11 months while telling me. I was insecure for asking basic questions. Every single little white lie was covering an affair. I sat at the kitchen table with the iPad and waited. She came home at 1:30 a.m., saw me sitting there, saw the iPad. Her face went white. I can explain. Can you? It's not what it looks like. It looks like you've been sleeping with someone named Trent for almost a year while calling me insecure for noticing something was wrong. She started crying. Said it just happened. Said she didn't mean for it to go this far. Said she still loved me. Said Trent meant nothing. I asked her one question. When you told me I needed to trust you more, did you already know you were betraying that trust? She couldn't answer. I slept in the guest room. The next morning I called a lawyer. Hannah begged for counseling. Said we could work through this. Said every marriage has rough patches. I told her this wasn't a rough patch. This was 11 months of deliberate deception while making me feel crazy for sensing the truth. She said I was throwing away 8 years over one mistake. I said she threw away 8 years the first night she went to Trent's apartment. The divorce papers were filed 3 days ago. She's staying with her sister. Her parents called asking if we could work it out. I told them to ask their daughter why we couldn't. Our mutual friends are divided. Some say I should have fought harder. Some say I'm doing the right thing. I don't care what any of them think. I spent a year being told my instincts were wrong, being told my questions were the problem, being told I needed to trust someone who was actively lying to my face. She called them little white lies. Like that made them acceptable. Like the size of the lie mattered more than the betrayal underneath. Little white lies. That's what she called sneaking out to sleep with another man 3 times a week. That's what she called planning to leave me while smiling across the dinner table. That's what she called making me doubt my own sanity so she could cheat in peace. I'm not insecure. I was right, and now I'm done. Some lies are too small to see. Others are too big to forgive. Hers were both.